Hi, today we will dive into backend technologies and learn a few things about Django. In this tutorial, you will know how to set up a Django project from scratch, create superuser for admin panel, building database table and connecting to your app, building both functional and class-based view. Also, we will create a serializer to handle data. And at last we will handle all CRUD operation using Django REST framework. So first you will need Python and Git on installed on your machine. So if you do not have Python, you can just go to Google and search for Python download, and from their official website you can download Python, and if you want some specific version then you can download from this list as well. And the next thing you will need is Git for version control. So similarly you can search on the Google and you can download it for Windows or whatever device you have, you can download for it. So once you download all those stuff, you can check its version with python -- version. If it is showing some version number, that means you have Python installed on your machine. Similarly, you can check Git is available or not by typing Git status. So it's saying not a Git repository because this folder is not a Git repository, but you can guess this that we have Git installed. That's why it could recognize this command, Git command. Creating a folder to tutorial. So earlier I created another version which is just post, so this time I am creating post v2, and just go into the folder and open it in VS Code. To do that you have to type code dot. Let me just open screencast mode for you so that you can see it properly. And now we will be creating our backend folder inside it. And next we will install Django here. So let's go into cd backend, and now we will install Django. So once we have Python, we would need pip env. It is a package to create virtual environment. So virtual environment we use to create a separate environment where we will install all our dependency, and those dependency will be available in that virtual environment only. You can guess in particular this folder only. So to do that we will install pip-env. So install pip-env, type pip install pip-env. So it is downloaded, and next we will enable it. So the command for it is pip-env shell. So once we are inside a virtual environment, we will be able to see this folder name along with some code, and that's mean we are inside a virtual environment. As you can see, we have backend and then some string. It's mean we are inside virtual environment. Next, inside this virtual environment we will install Django. So install any package in virtual environment, we have a command that is pip env install Django. Let's make sure we have successfully installed Django by checking its version. So to check Django's version, we have python.m Django, then dash version. So we have installed Django successfully, but we cannot see it what are the packages we have. So to check all the packages, we have another command which is pip freeze. So as you can see, it install few other packages along with Django, which is required for our project to run. But only we can see all the packages installed here. But if there is another developer who want to run the same project but they don't know what packages we have to install, so in that case we can store this package's name along with their version inside a txt file. So let's do that. Let's store this package's name inside a file, and then requirements.txt. So now you can see all the packages that is needed to run our project. But you can see any changes we are making at this point is it doesn't know what are the changes we are making. So to let it know what are the changes we are making, we will make this entire post v2 folder as a git repository. So anytime we will change anything, it will highlight. So I opened another cmd and we are inside post v2, and let's initialize it as a git repository with git init. So you can see it is initialized empty repository into git repository, and we are able to see what are the changes we made up until now. So we added requirements.txt Django. As we have Django installed, we can use its commands, that is to start the project. So if you want to see what are the commands Django provide, so you can do it by writing Django admin. So you can see all the commands Django provide, which is start project, start app. So right now we will use this command, which is start project, and we will create our project. So let's do that. Django, then admin, then start project. Along with that, we have to name our project. So in our case, the project name is post v2, and we want to create it inside the current directory. So for current directory, we press dot. So as you can see, Django created our project. Also we can see what other commands of Django by running this file, this manage.py. So let's run it. Python manage.py. Okay, now you can see more commands, which is also for authentication. We have create superuser, create password, and there is also for run server. So let's use some command to run our project. Let me copy it inside this one. Run server. So it's saying that local development server started on 8000. So let's visit 8000 and let's see what is there. Okay, now we can see we successfully launch our local server. Django is running properly. Also, if you go to its admin panel, you can look into all the database tables it has. It's saying no such table. So the reason for it is this: Django already told us that there are some unapplied migration which we have to apply them using this command. So let's run it. And now let's run the server again with python manage.py run server. Let's visit localhost 8000 again. Yeah, so it's working. And on this point we do not have any user created, so that we cannot log in into Django admin. So let us create the user. If you remember, I already showed you there was a command to create superuser. Let me show you again. So with python manage.py there is a command, this create superuser. So we will be using this command to create the user. So python manage.py create super user. So username is and email address will be pri@gmail.com. Password, let's keep it pri. Again pri. Okay, it's saying that it's too common and too short. Just for now we are bypassing the validation. Let's bypass it, and it says superuser is created successfully. Let us run the server again. Again refresh the page and let us try to log in. Okay, we successfully log in into Django admin and we can see the users. So you can see the user we just created. Let's create a folder to keep all the apps in it. So inside post v2 we have apps, and inside this we have post. So again we will be using the command provided by Django, then python manage.py and start app. Then we have to specify the name of the app, which is post. Then we have to specify where we want to create that app. Underscore v2 slash. You can see Django added this file and folders inside apps folder, which is for post. Model is to create the database table, view is to serve the APIs, and we will be creating urls.py as well here. .py. And this urls.py also need some view. Let us create a dummy view for now. Now let us import path from Django. Post slash. You can see we have just admin path, and that's why we were able to view the admin dashboard. Now we will add post as well. So let's add posts. Next we have to mention this app name inside this apps app name. So you can see it's just post, so we have to match it whatever is there inside setting.py. Let's save it and then run the server again. So our URL would be posts slash, then this URL post slash. We can access the dummy view. Now we will use a proper view and we will display the data.